undertaken without concern for topical relevance or vocational utility. It heightens students' awareness of the human and natural worlds they inhabit. It makes them more reflective about their beliefs and choices, more self-conscious and critical of their motivations, more creative in their problem solving, more perspective of the world around them, and more able to inform themselves about the issues that arise in their lives, personally, professionally, and socially. A liberal education is a preparation for the rest of life. The subjects that you study, and as importantly, the skills and habits of mind that you acquire in the process, shape the lives you will lead after you leave school. All of you, regardless of what subjects you study at school and what career or careers you choose in the future, all of you will be citizens, and as such, will be helping to make decisions that will affect the lives of others. All of you will engage with forces of change: cultural, religious, political, demographic, technological, and environmental. All of you will have to assess truth claims, or as it's called now, fake news, interpret cultural expressions, and confront ethical dilemmas in your personal and professional lives. The education that you receive here equips you with the tools to face these challenges in an informed, thoughtful, and ultimately successful and productive way. A healthy system of education offers many rewards: scientific discoveries, eventual and even unforeseen applications, thoughtful political leadership, intelligent public debate, cultural vitality, and an educated workforce. Learning serves several goals in coordination, goals that are mutually reinforcing. The aims are at once personal and social, private and public, economic, ethical, and intellectual. What we are celebrating today is not only the success of some of our outstanding students, we are celebrating the continued vitality of our commitment to education in its fullest and richest sense. Again, I thank our 2017 scholars and their family and friends for joining us this morning. I'd like to thank our scholars for their significant contribution to the school and wish them all the best in the years ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, staff, students, scholars' families, and of course our scholars. Whilst some of you couldn't make it back, it is great to see so many of you made the trip today to celebrate your outstanding success with us. Mr. Kelly already mentioned a number of highlights of this cohort. He also talked about teamwork, and there is one statistic I would like to add that exemplifies the teamwork approach. In the QCS test, the average score that this cohort achieved was the highest since ever. It was our highest ever average QCS test result, which is fantastic. And there are plenty of other fantastic statistics I could mention. As you can probably tell, I feel privileged and proud to have played a small part in their journey last year. Without further ado, I now get to our scholars, so please hold your applause until the end. Farhan Ahmed, OP2, off to JCU to study engineering. Mackenzie Belden, an OP3, off to QUT to study a double degree in journalism and law. Joshua Bertucci, OP2, off to JCU to study medicine. Emily Chappell, a notionally equivalent OP3, off to JCU to study dentistry. Cyrus Chang, OP3, off to JCU to study medicine. Chandler Corrigan, OP3, off to the University of New South Wales to study a double degree in maths and engineering. Chloe Cunningham, OP2, off to JCU to study medicine. Cassandra Fisher, notionally equivalent OP3, off to Griffith University to study a double degree in law and government and international relations. Lauren Jones, OP1, off to JCU to study medicine. Levi Kenway, OP2, off to CQU to study Creative Arts. Zoe Masson, OP3, off to JCU to study Medicine. Eliza Mackay, OP3, off to JCU to study a double degree in Nursing and Midwifery. Oliver Mead, OP2, off to the University of New South Wales to study Engineering and Biomedical Engineering, dual degree. Minjin O, notionally equivalent OP1, off to the University of Melbourne to study biomedicine. Isabel Oxley, OP3, off to the University of Sydney to study a double degree in Arts and Nursing. Jisoo Park, notionally equivalent OP1, off to JCU to study dentistry. Brendan Perotti, notionally equivalent OP1, off to the University of New South Wales to study Commerce and Arts as a dual degree. William Price, OP1, off to the University of New South Wales to study a dual degree in Mechanical Engineering and Biomedical Engineering. Ben Rain, OP3, off to JCU to study Medicine. Peyton Reynolds, OP3, off to the University of Queensland to study Architecture. Siddhant Sharma, OP3, off to the University of Queensland to study a dual degree in Engineering and Business. Kasa Suda, OP3, off to the US to Princeton University to study Economics. Charlotte Traynor, OP2, off to JCU to study Medicine. Gemma Volmerhaus, OP2, off to JCU to study a dual degree in Science and Law. Jessica Wilkins, OP1, off to JCU to study Medicine. Taz Zaman, a notionally equivalent OP1, off to JCU to study Medicine. Can we please congratulate our scholars?
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, colleagues, special guests, scholars, and members of the school community. It's always with a great pang that I introduce the musical item at this particular assembly, because invariably the scholars who've done so well the previous year are all or have been members of music ensembles or in the music class. And regardless of your tertiary study, I feel gratified once again that in my old age there will be a lot of musical doctors, dentists, lawyers when I need one, and engineers to build the wheelchair ramp for my house. It's just very gratifying. I'm in awe of the work you did at school, and I know we'll all be in awe of the careers that you will have ahead of you. It's been some years since I was able to present a trumpeter to the Assembly. This morning's performer is a student in Year 10. He is a member of a variety of ensembles at school. He was middle school captain last year and music captain. He participated in production, on stage and in the production orchestra. The work this morning was composed by a Sydney composer whom I actually knew. He took Yesterday by Paul McCartney of the Beatles, well-known work. He took Yesterday and turned the melody upside down. So he's entitled this piece, Serenade for Tomorrow. And as we have our leaders of tomorrow in our midst, I thought it would be nice to present this reflective piece. So you'll hear the main motif, and it will sound like yesterday, only upside down. So would you please welcome to perform Serenade for Tomorrow by Lawrence Bartlett. Please welcome Lachlan Carey.
Congratulations to Lachlan Carey. I think he deserves a second round of applause there. It is with great pleasure now that I introduce our guest speaker today. An OP won last year, school captain, a very busy young lady. Please welcome Lauren Jones.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, teachers, families, students, and fellow scholars. It's a great honour to be back here today for this celebration and have the opportunity to give this reflection on behalf of my fellow scholars. Firstly, I would just like to say congratulations to my peers sitting here today. We've all done so well to achieve what we have and should be very proud of our accomplishments. However, we certainly couldn't have done it without the effort and results of our entire cohort together. To the other cohorts here today, please take the time during classes, lunch, or even outside of school to get to know and appreciate, or at least learn to live with each other, because it honestly will make your high school life so much more enjoyable. The support from your peers and friends will make working and studying to achieve your best so much easier, and it's nice to be happy in turn for those around you. I can't, however, go any further without thanking the parents here today for their constant support and guidance throughout our schooling and especially last year. Thanks for being here with us again today. And to our teachers and school community, I'm very thankful for the opportunities I received here at TGS and how you've helped me to improve my knowledge, confidence, and prepare me, as well as anyone can, for the outside world that I'm yet to tackle. It has often been said that there are countless opportunities given to us at this school, be it music, sport, co-curricular, or academic pathways. And I honestly believe through my own experience that if you take these opportunities, especially the ones suited to you, that you can become a confident, well-rounded, and connected person. I found throughout high school that keeping busy with both academic study and co-curricular activities helped me to remain focused, motivated, and to prioritise. Whether you're like me and being crazy busy somehow works for you, or you find that just one activity is a good balance, take hold of the opportunities that interest you, if you haven't already, and allow yourself to grow. The next point I'd like to mention is for this year's Grade 12s. I'm sure you all know that you're going into a tough year, both schooling-wise and often socially as well. I'm not going to lie, it was a challenge for me and many of my peers, but we survived and even thrived. I know you would have been warned and probably lectured about the workload and the importance of your grades this year. But I want to say to you, don't stress over it. Don't lose sleep and don't worry excessively. Trust me, it's not worth it. Of course, it's important to do the best you can and work hard. However, the year will roll by whatever you do, and believe me, it goes quickly. So make the most of it, and please stay friendly to one another. My grade 12 year went by in a flash of study, exams, QCS, and plans for after high school, but also of jokes, parties, time with friends, and that all-awaited formal night. I found myself feeling grounded and motivated by maintaining a balanced life throughout the busy year. What I did, and what I would strongly suggest to you, in grade 12 especially, is to set out times and plan your periods of study and work, fitting in your co-curricular schedule, but also not forgetting time for social events and time with friends. Both sides are just as important as each other, and neither should be forgotten in the busyness of Year 12. However, if you're sitting in those grade 12 seats here today, thinking that this assembly doesn't quite apply to you, don't switch off, and importantly, don't stress. When I looked around at my own grade, I saw so many different people. I saw performers, I saw web designers, I saw dancers and doctors, artists, pilots, actors and lawyers. Whoever you are, and whatever it is that you enjoy, it's so important to strive for your own goals, whatever they may be. Never give up this year and give everything your best shot. To next year's Year 12s, Year 11 is a step up, as I'm sure you've been told, and it will seem hard, but use this year as a practice. Work as hard as you can and seek all the feedback possible. You'll find the following year endlessly easier because of it. You can do it. Finally, good luck to the Year 12s. I believe in all of you, and I hope you can look back proud of all you have achieved this time next year. Well done again to my fellow scholars, and good luck in what I'm sure will be your next very exciting adventure. Thank you.
One thing Lauren mentioned there was community and the importance of community in the success of our scholars. So whether that be the teachers, the parents, or fellow peers helping students get where they want to get. It's very important. Another thing that Lauren mentioned was planning. And it reminded me of a Steve Jobs quote that went something along the lines of, if you look really closely, most overnight successes took a very long time. And I think that would resonate with our scholars today. Those OP 1s, 2s and 3s didn't come from studying at the last minute for Year 12 exams. It came from 12 years of hard work. The scholars that we see before us were successful because they knuckled down and they planned and they stuck at things and they formed good study habits and laid the platform to launch from. Speaking of someone who laid a very strong platform in Year 11, I now invite the 2017 Year 11 Ducks, Max Torrey, to the stage to respond. Please welcome Max.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, official party, parents, fellow students, teachers, and most importantly, last year's seniors. I would like to begin by thanking all of the returning students for giving their time to be here today, and especially a big thank you to Lauren for sharing with her the insight and knowledge that she has gained through her years of successful study. Your whole grade has performed magnificently, and I would like to extend my congratulations to each and every one of you for your success and hard work. You have truly set the bar high for us this year, and I'm sure my own cohort will look to your success for motivation when it comes time for us to face our own challenges in the year to come. I would now like to give a message of my own. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, I invite you to sit back, buckle your seatbelts, and prepare to be enlightened by all the wisdom of a 17-year-old. You can. Far too often, people tell me things like, I wish I was smart, or I'm so bad at X, or I can't do Y. You can. The human brain is a marvel of millions of years of evolution, an unimaginably complex network of neurons working together to accomplish levels of thought unseen in any other creature on the planet. It is incredibly adaptive and capable of remodeling itself in response to practice. And guess what? Every single person in this gymnasium is lucky enough to have one all to themselves. Sure, we may not all be able to shred guitar like Alex or swim 50 meters as fast as Campbell, and many people struggle to grasp the intricacies of calculus. But the most remarkable thing about the brain is its ability to learn. And with practice, we can all improve. If we are willing to put in the effort this year, all of us can achieve great things, just as our predecessors have before us. We will all have things we excel at and enjoy, and others we struggle to succeed in. But if we work hard at those weaknesses and take advantage of our strengths, I know that we can make it, and we will make it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Max. And can I also pass on my congratulations to our scholars? And I'm sure that I speak also on behalf of my teaching colleagues that we are very, very proud of your achievements and feel very privileged to have been part of your education. So congratulations once again. And that brings our assembly to a close. Parents and friends, I will also invite you at the dismissal of assembly to join us in the dining room for light refreshments with the scholars. Could you please stand? And parents and scholars, I invite you to use the aisles and make your way through the first double doors behind you, please. School, please be seated. Thank you very much, teaching colleagues.